This video is sponsored by Chewy's Halal Vitamins, suitable for all the family. For an exclusive half-price offer, enter code YT50 at checkout at www.chewys.com. They offer worldwide delivery plus no Quibble 30-day money-back guarantee.
In Surah Yasin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about the day of judgment and resurrection, but then He also tells us about the two prime destinations where people will end up. It tells us about paradise, Jannah, and it tells us about hellfire, Jahannam. And in telling us about Jannah, it's a very powerful, very engaging, very motivating description. I wanted to share that with you today. So this is going to be ayahs 55 through 58 from surah number 36. Ayahs 55 through 58 from surah Yasin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna ashab al-jannati al-yawma fi shughulin fakihun. Most definitely the people of paradise, the inhabitants, the companions of paradise, today. And Allah says the word today because it's as if you're supposed to try to visualize this, try to picture this. Even though the Prophet ﷺ has told us paradise is something that no eyes have ever seen, no ears have ever heard, and no mind, no heart can comprehend how awesome it is. But yet just try to, envision this. Al-yawm, today, fi shughulin fakihun. They are indulged. The word fi gives the meaning of them being indulged into shughul. Shughul literally refers to different hobbies, different activities, fun activities and hobbies and, just having a good time, having a blast, doing fun stuff. Fi shughulin fakihun. And not only are they engaging in these hobbies or activities, it's not tedious, it's not boring, it's not, cumbersome, it's not like a task or a job. Fakihun, they're partying it up. And Allah uses the noun to express the meaning that they are just constantly partying. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling, like in this world, a hobby is something you do once a week for 1 hour a week. And you relish that hour, and you look forward to that hour, and you prepare for that hour, and you wait for that 1 hour. But then it's over before you know it, and it's back to the grind that is life. But in paradise, it's flipped around. In paradise, all you do is have fun. All you do is whatever you feel like doing. All you do is engage in hobbies and activities. And fakihun, and you party all the time in Jannah. But you know what? Sometimes you're having a good time and you're partying and you're doing all these fun activities and you're having a good time. But then after a while you start to feel kind of lonely. I mean, having a lot of fun on your own, doing some fun activities on your own can start to get a little lonely. And so you want some company. It's natural. Human beings want to socialize. You want some companionship. So okay. Allah says, hum wa azwajihum in ayah number 56, them and their spouses. So not only them, but also their spouses. So your husband or your wife will be there with you, partying with you, engaging in activities with you. All right, having a good time together. Hum wa azwajihum. So you're not riding solo, you got somebody riding shotgun with you. All right, you're rolling with the crew. You're having a good time. Hum wa azwajuhum fi dhilalin. They will be under shades. So imagine this picture. People, this guy and his wife, this couple, they're in this lavish, beautiful garden of paradise, and there's a huge tree. And that the trees of Jannah, the Prophet ﷺ tells us in a hadith of Bukhari, لَوْ يَسِيرُ الرَّاكِبُ فِي ظِلِّهَا مِئَةَ عَامٍ لَا يَقْطَعُهَا. That if a person rode a horse for 100 years, he wouldn't be able to cross the shade of that tree, the shadow of that tree. So they're lying under the shadow, the shade of this tree, relaxing, chilling. And there's something special about being outdoors in beautiful weather, in a beautiful setting. The cool breeze is blowing and beautiful grass and trees and flowers and rivers and just being out there in nature. But you're under the shade of this huge, beautiful tree. متكئون, but you're not على هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك. Now, are you laying down on the grass? Did you just put a blanket down and lay down on the grass? No, Allah says على الأرائك. You're literally on thrones. All right, these huge, comfortable chairs, like you're on a throne. But you're not just on a throne. متكئون. You're leaning back and you're reclining on the throne. Now let's try to think. Think of a very huge, big, comfortable chair, like a throne, that reclines. What is that basically? That's a lazy boy. Like a awesome, super duper baller reclining chair. So they're chilling, they're relaxing, they're lounging on their lazy boys under the shade of this huge, beautiful tree in the gardens of paradise together. في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة. And then after you've been chilling for a while and having a good time, you after a while feel like, hey, let's grab a bite to eat. So Allah says لهم فيها فاكهة. There will be fruits for them there. And there's actually another place in the Quran in Surah Al-Haqqa where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes that these people are chilling under the shade of this tree and they look up and they see this big, juicy, beautiful fruit hanging ripe from that tree. And they'll look up at that fruit and that person will feel like eating that fruit. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that that person in paradise will not even be discomforted to the point where they have to lift their head up to eat that fruit. قُطُوفُهَا دَانِيَةٌ. That fruit will literally lower itself all the way down to the mouth of the person until the person takes a bite and eats as much as they want and it'll lift up. And when they want some more, it'll come back down and they'll eat some more. And then it'll lift back up. And that'll go on as many times as that person would like it to. لَهُمْ فِيهَا فَاكِهَةٌ. And maybe fruits or food is not your thing. You want to do something else. You want something else. وَلَهُمْ مَا يَدَّعُونَ. Exclusively reserved for them already in advance is anything and everything they could ever ask for. Anything they want, anything they ask for, anything they request will be provided to them. سَلَامٌ قَوْلًا مِنْ رَبِّ الرَّحِيمِ. Salamun. Salam, peace. But you know another thing? You have all this luxury and all this comfort and all this enjoyment and pleasure. Human beings have one other basic need. All people like to be respected. Everybody likes to be respected. Everybody desires, wants the affection and the admiration and the respect of others. It's a human desire. And all our desires will be fulfilled in paradise. You know, and how's one way that you know somebody's very important or somebody's a big shot or somebody's very famous? The more people line up or surround him to say salam to him, you know that person is that much more famous or that much more of a big shot. Right? That's somebody special. Because there's so many people lined up to just say hi to him, just to say salam to him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says salam will be given to these people in paradise. But who's giving them salam? Not a bunch of people, not somebody important. Salamun qawlam. This salam is coming from who? It's being said by who? Min Rabbir Rahim. From Allah Himself. From the Lord who is constantly merciful. Allah will say salam to these people. Allah will say what's up to these people. Think about that. So that's just a little preview from Surah Yasin where Allah tells us about the people of paradise. And inshaAllah, if you'd like to learn more, you'd like to know more about Surah Yasin, then alhamdulillah, there's a Surah Yasin seminar that I teach, a course that I teach inshaAllah. And so definitely try to attend that and try to visit that course and take the course and inshaAllah benefit and learn what the entirety of this powerful, engaging, beautiful surah, surah number 36, Surah Yasin, what it exactly talks about. Wa jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.